Hey there, you know what just burns my butt is when people get taken advantage of and they don't know about it, okay? Well, I want you to see what happens here. I want to show you how insurance shortchanged a homeowner by over $9,000 worth of work, but we helped them. So here's what the problem. Don't you agree? Most people believe that insurance companies regularly pay out what they're supposed to on a claim. They never even question it for the most part. Well, I'm going to show you an example so that you can see the truth for yourself, that insurance companies routinely underpay claims. They typically only pay out about 60 to 70 cents on the dollar. That means they only pay you about 60 or 70% of what they should pay you. And it's not about the money, it's about the work that gets done. Okay, so first I got a question for you. Answer me this. If you only paid 70% of your insurance premiums, so let's say your insurance was $3,000 a year and you paid $2,100, so you paid 70% of your premium, what's the insurance company going to do? That's right, they're going to cancel your policy. Why can they do that? Because they know exactly how much money you're supposed to pay to the dollar. If you paid $2,999, they're going to cancel it unless you pay that dollar, right? But if they only pay you 70% on your insurance claim, what are most people going to do? Precisely nothing. Why? Because they don't even know what they're supposed to get paid for or how much. So let's get to it. While most people think that insurance pays everything they're supposed to pay right off the bat, let's take a look. This is a roof we recently did. Insurance approved the roof replacement. They wrote up an estimate. Their estimate includes a lot of line items, and here's a recap. And the total was $23,700. What happens when a homeowner sees all these line items and this amount of money? They go, wow, they think there's so many detailed items, they covered everything, they've paid for everything right, and $23,000 is a lot of money. But what you don't know, and what you don't know can hurt you. So we did our estimate, our bid for the job, and it came to $33,000, $10,000 more. You notice there's a lot more items on ours than was on the insurance companies, right? So there's a big discrepancy here. We submitted this to insurance. The adjuster called the customer and said they weren't going to pay for all of this. The customer called their agent. They talked to their agent. Their agent said, no, insurance isn't going to pay for all of that. And the agent said, your contractor's charging you too much. And the agent said, you can find other contractors that'll do it for $23,000. He said, I've got plenty of other customers that are getting their roofs replaced, and they're getting contractors to do it for exactly what insurance pays. The insurance agent went ahead and called the claims line and got a supervisor on the phone, and the supervisor reinforced it, said, nope, this is what we're paying, it's all we're paying for, we don't owe for anything else. The insurance agent suggested to the customer, they said, you need to call in some other contractors. So the customer called 3 other contractors. You know what those contractors said? They said, yes, we can do the work that's on that estimate for the $23,000. Now, what situation does that put me in? Here I am, and you got all these people. Everybody else is saying $23,000 is enough, you can get the work done for that, and things like that. Well, that's got to make you wonder, right? It makes the customer wonder what to do. Who do you believe? All I could say at that point was, trust me. Trust me, we'll take care of you. They agreed, so we got on the phone with the claims adjuster on their file, and we went through every detailed line item we had. We explained it all based on building code, construction requirements, and policy language. When we went through all of that, the adjuster, he agreed with everything on our estimate except for 2 items, which I knew they would be approved, but he just didn't want to approve them at that time. But so we had enough to go ahead. If they didn't approve those 2 items, we could work with that. So what happens? So let's get back to their roof. As I explain these things to you, I want you to remember this. Small things can make a big difference. There were three main items on our estimate that made the biggest difference in the price. It was tarping the pool, drip edge, and step flashing. Those are small things, but let's take a look. The adjuster, when I spoke with him, this was one of the items he did not want to approve. He said, he actually told me, he said, well, you have to agree that the pool's not very close to the house. Like, since it wasn't very close, we wouldn't have to tarp it. Well, we had to tarp it. Look at the debris that's on there. A drip edge. Most people don't know what drip edge is, but drip edge is this metal strip right here that's on the trim, and it's supposed to go over the decking. So look at this. This is a 2-inch by 2-inch angled piece of metal. Building code requires that drip edge extend over the decking by a minimum of 2 inches. There's no way that drip edge is going to do that, is there? So we had to do custom drip edge. The problem, if you don't do this, water can get under the shingles, go in there, and it can rot out your soffit and your fascia. So we got custom drip edge on their job for them. Step flashing. This is a very tiny thing that makes a huge difference. This is the dormer that was on the front of their home right above their front door. If you take a close look at that, you can notice that the nails have rusted and it's discolored, and it's just not very attractive. The homeowner actually asked me, they said, hey, when you're doing the roof, can we pay you extra just to replace that, fix that for us? I said, well, yes, you can, but there's a very good chance I can get insurance that they'll need to pay for that. And here's what they did. Got back. Okay, here we go. This is step flashing. Building code requires that step flashing that's damaged, rusted, or corroded must be replaced. So we got that covered by insurance. Then there's a construction requirement. There was no way for me to replace that step flashing without removing the siding. So we removed the siding, we replaced the step flashing, and look at this, isn't that beautiful? Looks way better, doesn't it? And insurance paid for it. Let's look at the chimney. The chimney has flashing all around it that had to be replaced. It was not included. And you think, well, the same thing as the dormer. We can't take that flashing out without removing the siding. The siding at the bottom of the chimney was rotted. And when we took the step flashing off, look at this. There was a leak behind that. If we had not removed the step flashing, we would not have known that damage was there. And a lot of roofing companies won't remove that flashing. They'll just install around it. So we were able to repair that. We were able to get new flashing. And you can see here, we got the new siding around the base of the chimney, new paint on it, much higher quality job. And when we were done, we submitted everything to the adjuster, and lo and behold, the first adjuster was no longer on the file. There was a new adjuster on the file. So the customer submitted the final invoice. It was for $32,000 because there were a couple of things we didn't do on the job, and we took them off before we submitted the final invoice for the insurance company. Well, the adjuster told the customer they had already paid for everything they were going to pay for. They weren't going to pay for anything else. They didn't owe for anything else. Well, I got back on the phone with that adjuster. We went through everything in detail, and they approved everything within a couple of $100. So they're approving right around the $32,000. So this customer got got a lot more work done that insurance was supposed to pay for, that those other contractors would not have gotten for the customer. All I can tell people is, if you trust us, we tell you the truth and we help you. And if you do not give up, then remember, small things make a big difference. And it's not about the money. Now, keep in mind, for the insurance company, it's all about the money, because that adjuster didn't care if we tarped the pool. He didn't want us to tarp the pool. It was all about saving them money. But for you, the homeowner, it's not about another $9,000. It's about $9,000 worth of work on your property that they were supposed to pay for, but they didn't. So you don't know what you don't know. What you don't know can hurt you. And you can decide if you want to call the other guys or the roofing guys. Anyway, thanks for listening. We'll have more case studies for you coming up. God bless.